Whoop it up, Stevie. Whoop it up.
What is going on, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy Stevie B with this week's haul video and a little something extra. As I'm sure y'all have heard by now, we lost one of our community members last week, Chad Williams, better known as Chad RCG. He passed last week. Kind of pretty sad loss for the community. He did a lot of things with this community and did a lot of charity work and stuff like that. And he was one of the OG members of the Mystery Men. I kind of struggled on what I was gonna say about the whole thing. I mean, back in the day of the Mystery Men. Man, we had so much fun back then. I really miss the old times and stuff. Chad decided to go his own way for whatever reason, and and that's fine. I think we were all a little taken back by it and a little surprised, and maybe even got our feelings hurt a little bit that he didn't communicate with us as to why, but but it doesn't take away from the good times that we had on the Mystery Men. I'll never forget Chad. He played a part in one of the best Christmases I've ever had in my life. Probably the best Christmas I've ever had. Man, when we did this Christmas special, I was new to YouTube. I don't even think I had 100 subscribers yet, or if I did, it was barely a little over 100. And Foo and Squatchy had got together and concocted this plan to give me one of the coolest Christmases I've ever had. And they had pitched in and decided that they were just going to get me all the black suit keys for Spider-Man. So Squatchy, he gave me this one, and Chad RCG gave me the Secret Wars number 8, and Foo gave me ASM 300. And those things have been on my wall ever since I started putting comics on my wall, and they've never left my wall. And man, I was so taken back by it and so overwhelmed by the generosity of these people who I really didn't know that well at that time. We just kind of clicked and kind of put this whole Mystery Men thing together, and I don't even think that we had started the Mystery Men by the Christmas episode. I think they came before, but we all just kind of jived and became friends. But I remember opening these things, and I was just, it was a roller coaster of emotions for me, because I was so overwhelmed at the generosity of those three, and at the same time perhaps utterly humiliated, because I didn't have the means to pull off something like that at the time. I legit, I was embarrassed by the gifts that I gave them. And part of me felt ashamed that they went through all that and got me such really cool books, and I couldn't get them something equally as cool in my opinion. and it was a humbling experience, and it was, man, and I just remember after the show went off the air, thinking to myself, holy crap, man, they did all that for me, and I didn't, and the stuff that I gave them just wasn't shit compared to that. I mean, I didn't expect that. I was really thought, we'd give each other a few kind of cool little token gifts, and it was all about the hangout and not so much the gifts. So, it was a little humbling, a little embarrassing, but not that I'm ungrateful in any way or shape or form. I'm extremely grateful. Like I said, those things found a place in my collection, and they'll never leave my collection till the day I die, and and it'll like I said, it'll forever go down as the greatest Christmas I've ever had, and Chad was a big part of that, and I'm going to miss him. A lot of people watch the shows, the Mystery Men shows, and they contacted me and private messaged me on Instagram, and they would be like, they'd say, "Damn, Steve, they kind of go hard on you. How do you put up with that and all this?" And I got to tell you guys, a lot of that, 99% of the stuff you saw on the Mystery Men, it was all in good fun. We talked trash to each other. We put each other down. It was all in good fun. Did we have a few dust ups amidst the group? Of course we did. I mean, we were like brothers, and every once in a while, brothers fight. And now, looking back, Chad and I didn't really end on the most positive of notes, and my regret is that it was something that could have easily been repaired, and a lot of it is me. I'm one of those people that I feel like I'm not going to beg somebody to be my friend, and that sometimes translates into I won't swallow my pride and try to mend fences, and I regret that I didn't reach out to Chad when I had the chance and try to mend our fences, because honestly, that it really wasn't anything that wouldn't have took a 5-minute conversation to clean up. It wasn't that big of a deal. We didn't really fight. We just kind of grated on each other a little, and then just stopped talking. And like I said, I think it was something that could have very easily been fixed. And I wholeheartedly regret. And I thought about it and thought maybe I should reach out to Chad and let's try to bury the hatchet and fix this friendship, and I didn't, and shame on me for that, because now I'll never get the opportunity to do that. Chad is a very outgoing, bigger than life personality, and sometimes it's hard to tell when he's joking and when he's being serious, so I honestly could never tell whether are we friends or do you hate me all of a sudden. So I like I said, in my own stubbornness, I didn't reach out to him and try to find out, and I'll always wished I had of, because at his core, Chad was a really good dude. He was a really good dude, and he was a really generous dude, And you know, if you were his friend, he'd, you know, there isn't anything he wouldn't do for you. And he will be missed. And I really wish that I would have reached out to him before it's too late and patch things up with him. You always think you got plenty of time. You always think, well, I can get it later. You got plenty of time. No rush. And then something like this happens, and then you've squandered your opportunities. And I squandered mine, and I'll forever regret that. So let that be a life lesson. Sometimes the petty little squabbles that you have with your friends, it's best to try to reach out and squash those things before you don't get another chance, and it's too late, and then you have to live with the regret that you let a friendship die without trying to save it. Not to say that Chad and I's friendship was dead. I didn't hate Chad. I never hated Chad. I don't think he ever hated me. We just fell out of touch more than anything, and stopped being as close as we were. And again, like I said, I'll have to live with that, and I'll regret that. I'll regret that for the rest of my life. It's a sad thing. I've lost other friends, over petty squabbles that could have easily been patched over pride, and it's a shame. Fu did a nice little Mystery Men episode where he paid a little homage, paid tribute to Chad. I did watch it. It was fantastic. I loved it. I seen the chat. I seen people asking about me and why I wasn't there. So don't read into it any more than there is. Basically, he had it on a work night for me, so that was one thing. And another thing is I wanted. I don't think it's any secret that Squatchy and I are kind of on the outs right now, and I didn't want to come on the show and risk Squatchy leaving the show because he didn't want to be on there while I was on there and causing any undue drama, because the show is meant to be about Chad and not about me and Squatchy. Hopefully one day Squatchy and I can sit down and hammer out this whole thing and be friends again. And it's another one of those things where I don't think it's an unrepairable relationship. It's just, we just got to be able to sit down and talk it out. But I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it, the whys and hows. I think some of it's on me, some of it's on him. And we're just going to have to be willing to squash it and move on. But anyway, love the presentation that Fu gave. It was great. I wished I could have been a part of it. It would have been nice to have a little old school Mystery Men reunion to celebrate the life of Chad. But that's what I'm doing now. Like I said, it's really hard. It's really hard when on the outside people seeing the negative side of the friendships so much that they forget the positive sides. And I'm here to tell you that for the little bit of negative that Chad and I had, there was a whole lot of positives, and I wouldn't have traded them for anything. I wouldn't trade them for anything. And so Chad, my brother, rest in peace, man. My heart goes out to his wife and his children, his friends, and everybody whose life that he touched, all the charity work that he did for kids. It's a big loss for him. So, again, rest in peace, Chad. That being said, I know that's kind of a downer to start off a haul video, isn't it? I really was kind of tossing around the idea, should I just include it with my haul video, or should I do two separate videos? And I decided to just go ahead and do my haul video, and after it's done, I'm probably going to go, I wished I would have done two separate videos, but I didn't. So my time is limited anymore for YouTube. I get one day a week to get it done anymore. So I gotta cram all I can into one day's worth of work. So anyway, let's get on with the haul video. But again, Chad, we're gonna miss you, buddy. I know you're looking down, you're seeing me, and you're calling me chin nuts. Saying, shut the fuck up and show your books, chin nuts. I can hear him in my head. Show the stupid books that you picked up, chin nuts. I can hear him now. And for the record, I do not have chin nuts. There's no chin nuts under there. But anyway, let's get on with the haul video. I honestly didn't pick up much this week. It's all my Midtown stuff. So we'll go through them. It's going to be pretty quick. This free comic that they put out, part of the Dawn of DC special edition #1, We Are Legends. It was free, so I was like, all right, well, throw it in there then. We'll go on about it. We'll go on about it. So I don't know if there's any kind of key element in there or not. Probably not, but I know this comes on the heels of Free Comic Book Day. It was actually Saturday, and I did not make it to a comic book shop to get any free comic books. Wah, wah, wah. I failed. But when you got good friends like my boy Ryan Boone, he grabbed a couple for me. So next week's video, we'll have those. I haven't seen him yet, so he'll probably come out tomorrow night and hook me up. So next week's video, we'll go through the Free Comic Book Day stuff that everybody got, and we'll go through those. But next up, Flesh-Eating Cheerleaders from Outer Space. Y'all know I've been picking these up, and if they flag me, but I'm just going to show them. But this has been fantastic. If you are a B horror movie fan, then this is a great read. I'm enjoying this. Definitely not for children, but that B horror movie vibe is strong in this comic, and it's been fantastic. I highly recommend you picking them up. But anyway, this is Flesh-Eating Cheerleaders from Outer Space #6, and yes, there are some boobies in there, because what B horror movie would be complete without boobies, right? But there's also some entrails hanging out, gotta love it. But your typical hack and slash B movie stuff, it's been so good. Recommended. Strongly recommended. Next up, to be honest with you, I'm trying to just put the whole run of these together and get through it and get off of them, because I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm not really that invested in the story enough to read it, so it might be really good. And Ryan says it's been a really good story, but it started off as just just cover buys, and then the covers started kind of being lackluster, and so they're kind of they lost my interest. I guess. But I'm going to get them all. Get the whole set. And it's Poison Ivy. This is number 12. And I don't remember who did this cover, to be honest with you. Oh, another. Why do comic book artists have names that you just cannot pronounce? Zermanico? A Zermanico cover? I don't know. But look at that. It's like, I'd like to buy a vowel. You know what I mean? It's like, come on. But, so, honestly, I'm just trying to finish that run. And that's it. Next up, Edge of the Spider-Verse, Spider Killer, number 1. Honestly, I'm just picking these up. Idle curiosity, I guess, just to see the Spider-Verse stuff is getting ridiculous. But I'm gonna pick it up. I picked it up. We'll see. And next up, the censored version of the book is called "I Hate This Place," and this is issue number 8. The uncensored version is, and I'm not a censored kind of guy, so I go full on uncensored, obviously, But this has been a interesting read, so check it out. It's good horror book. And then I keep telling myself I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm getting tired of the Venom and Carnage books. They release a new series every week, but I did it anyway and got Carnage Reigns Alpha and cool cover. But I don't know. And then I went all in and went, oh, there's 2 new series out for Carnage. Cult of Carnage, Misery, number 1. First appearance of Misery in cameo, which she's on the cover. So it's another Hulk 180, 181, Gambit kind of situation. She's right smack dab on the front of the cover, but it's still a cameo. So go figure. And for everybody that ran out and bought that spoiler cover and of Spider-Man number 7 with that Ramos variant with the spoiler cover of Spider-Boy, well, here's another one for you to run after. Spider-Man number 8, that Secret Wars number 8 cover, and this is the first full appearance of Spider-Boy. So y'all got some cameo shit that y'all went nuts after, and here's the first full. So run out and get that one for $35, $40. No, actually you can buy this one for cover price still. Weird. Last but not least, I picked up Spider-Man 2099 Dark Genesis. I think this is like I think there's some first appearances in here too as well, but I kind of like that little Carnage 2099 there, I think is who that's supposed to be on the cover. So it's kind of cool. I don't know why, I bagged on the Spider-Man 2099, the first series. I was like, this is such garbage. The 2099 stuff was such garbage. And then in true hypocritical self that I am, I run out and buy the next Spider-Man 2099 and jump on board with it. So, anyway, in the news, speaking of Free Comic Book Day, I see Spider-Man 2 issue number 1, the promo for the new Spider-Man 2 video game for PS5 is absolutely detonating on the secondary market. I didn't know why. I was trying to figure out why. It's just a promo for a video game, but apparently there's first appearance of the Hood, a new villain. So people are kind of specking on that. It's a good spec, honestly, if I'm being honest, because a lot of video game created villains end up, being brought over into the mainstream comic universe and become, you know, canon with the mainstream comic. So it's not a bad spec, but $35, they're going for $35 to $40. And all those people that are ridiculing the FOMO people again I've got 27 copies. I'm selling them for $35 a piece on Instagram. So, yep, way to go. Way to help the community out. But Ryan picked me up one copy. I got one copy, and who knows? I may just turn around and sell it because I don't think it's going to amount to much, really. But who knows? Like I said, sometimes those video game characters translate very well into mainstream comics and do very well there. So it might be a pretty good spec. Who knows? But history dictates that free comic book day books don't usually hold value for very long. There are exceptions to the rule, but the rule is they don't hold value very long. So, you know, my thought is if you didn't get one, hang tight for a couple of weeks, couple months, whatever, and you'll probably be able to get them for $2-3. So that's my little advice for any newbies out there that may care about my advice. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed the video. And do me a favor. Hey, drop a hashtag RIP Chad in the comments. Show them some love. I don't care about the algorithms. You know, you have to like the video if you don't want. But just to show some love for Chad, hit that hashtag RIP Chad in the comments, and you know, show your love for the man. That's going to do it. Before you go, well, just do that. That's all I care. Just show your respect for Chad in the comments. And that's going to do it for this one. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.